and welcome to Desert Trippin. Today we are going to be visiting Slab City, where a member of the community passed away last summer. A very well-loved member of the community, someone that I did not know personally, but I had interacted with for probably a year or two, and had always seemed like a very cool person, very funny and nice. Anyway, when I was here in late June, I think I was here on June 22nd, had a great visit, and I wanted to see what it was like to be in Slab City off-season, which means when it's crazy hot. And I think it was 105, 110, some people said 115 degrees when I was here. And, you know, I survived 24 hours, but there are people who stay here the entire season, you know, and they find a way to cool off, they find a way to survive. You know, at night, it could be 105, 110 degrees, and if your brain doesn't go below 105, you could damage your brain. Well, anyway, that being said, we're here in Slab City today to pay honor to Special Ed. He loved coming to Slab City. He came, I think, 5, 6, 7 years and stayed during the season, and I think last year he said he wanted to stay the whole year long, and it was his first year trying to ride out the summer. Well, he didn't make it, but I think tonight's celebration of life is meant to be a little more uplifting instead of a somber and sad thing. I think his friends are going to get together and kind of remember him. So I wanted to hopefully maybe talk to some of his friends. I know my friend Dave. I don't know if he was the one who found Ed, but I know Dave and I were both trying to figure out where Ed's family was so we could notify them. Dave ultimately came through. Hopefully we can talk to Dave, you know, and there's a bunch of other friends of mine that are here now. So it's going to be a very fun gathering later on in honor of Ed. So. Hello, and we are here at the Slab City Ponderosa with my buddy Dave Lowe. And there's Dave.
How's it going, Joe?
So I wanted to ask you a couple questions. I'll put the camera kind of close to you so you can talk louder. We're here for Special Ed.
Right.
Today is his official birthday.
He would have been 61 today.
Yeah, he would have been 61 today.
Right.
And his passing has kind of a special meaning to me because I came out here last summer to experience the heat and see how crazy it was. And it was crazy.
Right.
And I think 2 weeks later to the day, Ed was sitting in his camper with a smile on his face, and he didn't wake up.
Yeah, went to take a nap or something. And
Did you find him, or?
no, Mark found him.
Okay. Because I remember, I think I heard about it from you. You said something like another
There
one.
was a 4th of July function on the 5th, the night of the 5th here.
Yeah.
And Ed never misses the functions, of course. So when they finally decided, oh, hey, where's Ed? And decided to go check on him, that's when they found him.
It was the 6th? It was on the 6th?
No, they ruled his death the 6th, but they found him on the 5th.
I didn't meet him personally, but I interacted with him a lot on YouTube and Facebook and stuff.
Right.
He always had some funny shit to say.
Always.
He was always on point, like just a cool dude. What memory, do you have a special memory of him?
I mean, just me and Ed were both early birds, so having coffee early in the morning while he's giving, and then there's the treats that he gave to all the dogs. I mean, he was the dog whisperer around here.
Yeah.
You know, if there was ever a Pied Piper, it was Ed for the dogs.
I remember before he passed, we were talking about him, and he said something about, I want to die in the slabs. He said like a week or so before he died, right?
Well, he made it known that he was this was the last place he was moving to. I mean, he didn't want to die this summer.
Yeah, he was thinking it'd be a few years.
No, he was planning on living out the rest of his life here. You know, whatever that had been, it's 80, 90, 100 years old. And we have some residents in the slabs that are pushing 90.
Well, the last thing, I don't know if it's a question or more like just what are your thoughts on this? Like, I thought about him a lot because he had this adventurous spirit. He was curious about this place. He was drawn here like I am.
Right.
And I often ask myself, could I stay here? I could probably do it. Do I want to try? And he actually went and fucking did it. So that's very cool that he lived his dream. But so I have no regrets. I'm not sad for him. It's a celebration that he.
I'm not sad for him either. It sucks that he got taken so early.
So early.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it was a simple mistake on his part.
Yeah. That was so fucking hot, right?
Right. Yeah, I think it was like 116 that day, which probably had been 150 in his camper.
Yeah. So he was just sitting there with a smile on his face and. Yeah.
Heat stroke, fell asleep, passed out.
Okay, so he came here and he felt drawn here, like there was a sense of community. And that's kind of what I wanted to make the video about, like the people that are going to be coming here later on to celebrate him and talk about him. And basically I wanted to get a little more like FaceTime with you because you and I tried to track his family down for a few weeks.
Hard to do. And his sister Kelly has been phenomenal in providing some.
We got some Ed right here, and I got to be careful not to drink that cup later.
Yeah, no, that's why we got a lid on it. No drinking Ed today.
Yeah.
Ed's favorite drink was a Budweiser with 2 shots poured into the beer.
And he loved animals.
Loved his animals. He gave treats to the dogs every day. If you couldn't find your dog, you went over to Ed's place because they were probably napping in his camper.
Now, were you saying you were going to scatter some of these ashes by the dog place?
Yeah, we're going to put Ed's ashes at the pet cemetery so that he can continue to watch over his dogs. And then I'm also going to take some up to Quartzsite and put them in Scat and Wash where I first met Ed.
All right, cool. Well, like I said, I don't know if the audio is going to work on this. I hope it. And this kitty's name is Special Ed too. Hey, Ed. Hi. You're Special Ed too. All right, Mr. Cos. We're good to see you, man.
Good to see you as well.
I never met Ed personally, but I only interacted with him on social media and stuff, and he was always funny and he was always cool. So I just knew that he was a cool guy, and he died 2 weeks after I was hanging out here with you.
Yep.
And we were talking about how hot it was, and he died of heat shit, right?
Yep.
So that really made it feel real to me, and that's why I wanted to come out here and kind of have some closure. If he's listening right now, just tell him I never met him in person, but I know he's a cool guy. What kind of special memories do you have of Special Ed?
Well, first of all, Special Ed was a subscriber to my channel long before we ever met.
I think I met him on your channel, like making comments, and then he'd say something funny,
Probably, yeah. He was always a really chill, kind of laid-back guy. We smoked a lot of weed together, and I guess one of the last memories I have of him that makes me giggle is we were at the range. Shit, it might have been the night you were up, even. It might have been the night that you were up, because we were sitting and we were smoking, passing.
Oh, because I left a little earlier.
Yeah. Anyways, he brought a joint to share. He was passing it around, and it got down to just me and him kind of smoking. But I noticed every time, he'd take a hit, he was really fucking coughing hard and stuff like that. So I was just like, and it was getting pretty low as this is, and. I said, yeah, I'm good. And I heard him mumble underneath his breath, thank fucking God. And I just started laughing.
He was a competitive party or something.
Well, no. What it was is he brought the joint so he didn't feel like he could tap out until everybody else was done. So, yeah, it was quite funny.
What a funny dude, man. So awesome.
Yeah, he was a good guy.
Chris and Wanda.
Hello.
Woo!
Everybody out in Joe Bowie land.
You guys look amazing, by the way. I have to just say, the lighting right now, when you see this shot, you're going to be like, damn, that's like all professionally lit and shit, It's so good, first of all, to meet you guys in person. I've been looking forward to this for a while, and I feel like I've known you for like 5 or 6 years or something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's been a long time. We go back on the YouTube.
I gotta say, as fucked up as technology is, it's got some good points too, right?
It does. Yeah.
All right, so we're here not to be sad about special ed, but maybe to, with a memorial to remember him. So I really never met him. Chris, you didn't either, but I think, wouldn't you say that feeling his vibe and talking to people who knew him and hearing how people talk about him, he had to be a really cool soul, right?
Yeah, I met him a couple times last year. And
you did meet him?
At a couple events, yeah, and he was a really chill, laid-back guy. He had some really witty, smart things to say.
He was always funny. That was him, yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed the time we got to spend with him.
But Wanda, you knew him better though, right?
A little bit. I met him actually on Kaz's channel way back, whenever.
I think that's where I met him too.
Yeah.
He was in there.
Kind of in there in the morning, and it was our little social hour or something. But yeah, and then Ed actually wound up living like not too far from where I raised my kids up. And where I lived before I got on the road, which was
Pennsylvania.
He lives in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
When he passed away, we were trying to track down his family, and we were like, someone said, I think he was from Pennsylvania, and I was searching, and I narrowed it down to some county back there, and then I think Dave figured it out, finally.
Yeah, you guys did a good sleuthing job on that.
Like we're Snoops or something, right?
But he, I don't think any of his family lived there, but he lived there.
I think, what did Dave say? He said the sister has been really helpful, the parents might have moved away. His ashes are here.
Yes, I saw his ashes, visited with them for
It's not all the ashes, because I've seen a full jar of ashes. That's usually like about a pound or 2 pound bag of coffee,
Yeah.
There's about, I'd say, 6 ounces of ashes in here, so I think it got split between different people,
Right. Yeah, Ed was a really mellow person. He really just kind of sat back and listened, and when he talked, he had something good to say, and it was usually funny. I mean, he was really funny.
So just sitting with him, you felt a good energy, and he was always
a good
That's
energy.
how I felt. Like, I'm just this small, trying to make a YouTube channel, and he was always saying funny shit, like complimenting if he liked an edit or something. He was involved, I appreciate that. Well, thank you for talking. I wanted to put a little video because it wasn't about so much Ed, but the community of people, and like when you have a good heart and then other people with the same kind of heart get, drawn to you. So that's what I wanted this to be about, So, okay. Thank you.
I just want to say, especially I was a gig guy, a good friend. He was a subscriber of mine. He came here. And at first I didn't really know him, but in the end I got to know him really well, and I'm going to miss him.
Yeah, and today would have been his birthday.
Yep, happy birthday.
And it's like, I'm happy that he went with a smile on his face, right?
Yeah, he went with a smile on his face.
And he was doing something he loved,
He was here and he was happy. That's all.
I'm jealous of him, actually.
Huh?
I'm jealous of him.
Yeah.
All right, right on, brother.
Yeah, right on.
We'll have the harmonicas right? So I get some balls into that bin. It's nice to finally meet you along the way. The rising tides will greet you for me to surf on. Christmas. Take it easy. It's the first date, She's Catholic, for Christ's sake. That one gets pregnant.
Good morning. It's Friday morning. Last night was Special Ed's memorial service. I hope you enjoyed the short tribute to a very special person, Special Ed. This is Joe Bowie. Over and out in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.